This is a giant tower of Lego sets, and this is a clock. And I have exactly 24 hours to open all of these Lego sets in this mysterious box to build a massive Lego army. You see, I got all of these sets to build a Lego clone army, and I want to do it with speed, but there's two obstacles. Firstly, I want to get a minimum of 7 hours of sleep, and secondly, I have a dinner tomorrow for my mom's birthday, so we have even less time. But we can do this, boys and girls. So let's prepare for this challenge. Okay, so I want to build the largest Lego clone army in 24 hours, and I'm setting a goal for 1,600 clone troopers. You know me, guys, go big or go home. This sounds like an easy number, but you have to realize I have to build a Lego minifigure 1,600 times, which sounds like fun, but my arms even hurt after building 800 in one day a few months ago. First of all, we need to prepare for this challenge because we need a lot, and I mean a lot of clone troopers. So to prepare for this challenge, I went on a spending spree a few months ago and got not one, not two, but 100 of the 501st battle packs in this big box, and I stored them in the attic. Inside, there's some separate battle packs and even these two damaged ones. Alright, so inside this giant box, there's 24 of these smaller boxes, and inside of these, we can find 4 battle packs each. And if we stack all of these together, it kind of looks like a big wall of boxes. Next up, I removed all 96 sets and added a final 4, and with that, we have a total of 100 501st battle packs. Oh man, opening all of these sets really turned my room into a junkyard. I literally cannot get out of my room. Really? Guess I have some cleaning up to do. Now this is way better. Wow, that's a lot of stuff to build within 24 hours, but I've got even more. There's this smaller package with 17 of the 332nd Clone Trooper battle packs. I wanted to get even more, but since this was quite an expensive purchase, I had to wait to buy more for this challenge, so I saved a lot of money. You see, in 2023, I bought 100 of the new battle packs, and I love the new Phase 2 Clone Trooper, but I didn't want to buy so many of the new battle packs, so I guess we're going to have to buy them separately. So I went looking for the clone troopers on Bricklink and found a bulk deal where I could get 1,100 of these bad boys for around $5,000. Yeah, only a crazy person would actually spend this much money on... Okay, so I guess you shouldn't be surprised when it comes to Brickley spending money on clone troopers. It's my life's work. So I kissed my money goodbye and the package arrived. And inside, there's all of these clones, but they're packaged in these smaller bags, so I have to open over 1,100 of these separate small bags. Yeah, this is going to be a total nightmare, guys. Alright, so this is everything I bought for this challenge, and now that we're all set, let's do this. I'm ready to build. It's almost 10 past 9, and let's start the timer right now. So I think the smartest thing to start with is unboxing the battle packs, because all I have to do is open the box, remove the minifigure parts, throw the parts in a big bag, and build an army. As easy as this sounds, I remember it took a long time back when I opened 200 of these in April, so we're going to need a good plan. Like an athlete, I'm going to warm up my Lego building skills by starting small. So that's why we're starting with the 332nd Clone Trooper battle packs. I mean, what could go wrong? Oh man, I just dropped a head on the floor. Let me see. There it is. Yeah, sometimes the heads of minifigures just slip right out of your fingers. So after opening 16 sets and building all of these minifigures, we have quite a nice army, but only filled a half base plate with minifigures, which doesn't even come close to 1,600 clone troopers, and the clock is ticking, guys, so we can't rest. This only took 45 minutes, so we have plenty of time left to do this. Next up, we gotta destroy this big wall of battle packs, and I mean that literally. It sounded like a fun idea, okay? Leave me alone. Okay, so here's the plan. I open one battle pack, remove the minifigure parts, and sort them in bins. So I continued opening the sets over the course of a lot of hours, and after a long while, I only had a couple of Lego sets left. Oh man, I'm so tired, but I only have 10 battle packs left, so let's do this. Okay, so we're finally done, and look at all of these bins. We've got all the torso sorted, there's a big bin with legs, and all of these heads, which look pretty satisfying to me. There's just something about looking at hundreds of the same minifigure parts. And if you're wondering, I put all the instructions in this box and separated the blue accessory pieces because I like the clean look on my clone army. There's also these smaller bags, which I put in a big box, which I will probably just end up selling because I want to get even more clone troopers. All of you guys know it, your army can never be big enough. I can't wait to build all the clone troopers, but I'm so tired after opening all of these sets, and my thumbs hurt of pressing on these openings of the boxes. Which reminds me of the crazy mess I left on the other side of the room. Alright, I really need to get some sleep, and we even have 20 hours left, so let's get to bed and start fresh in the morning. So I went to bed, and the next day I took a shower and had some breakfast with my cat. And now that we're well rested after a good meal and a good night of sleep, we can continue this challenge. But I only have 9 hours left before I go out for dinner with my family, so we need to hurry up. We still need to build all 501st clone troopers, and I haven't even touched the box with all the clones, so we're way behind schedule. Come on guys, we can't give up now. So I started by building all the officers, and with that we got a base plate filled with these minifigures, which looks really nice. Next up, I built the specialists, and finally 200 heavy troopers, and just look at this, we got so many clones. And all of this took me over 2 hours to build. Now we have 4.5 base plates filled with clone troopers and a total amount of 478 minifigures. And that took way longer than I expected, but we still need to build the bulk of the army. I really wanted to continue guys, but I was quite hungry, so I went downstairs and grabbed some lunch, and now we can continue building. We only have around 6 hours left, so we need to pick up the pace, boys and girls. So here's the box, and let's empty it on the table. Yeah, that went pretty well. Alright, so here's the game plan. We have around 6 hours left, so if I hurry, I can open one bag at a time and build the clone and repeat that process 1121 times. Oh my. Yeah, this is going to take a while to build, guys. So I started building the clones and it went pretty well, and I spent around 15 to 20 minutes filling the first base plate. So now we have 1020 clones to go. Yeah, this is really motivating me. I continued building, but it was just going too slow, so I think I'm going to have to open all the bags, sort the parts, and build the troopers afterwards. And I can't do this alone. So I went downstairs and got some help from my mom and grandma, and we emptied all the bags within an hour. So now we have 4 drawers filled with torsos, legs, heads, and helmets, and I gotta say that the heads look so satisfying. And I also love looking at all of these helmets. If you told me I would have all of this 10 years ago, I would call you a madman. Seriously. So I have around 4 hours left to build all of these minifigures, which will be quite hard to pull off. So I went back to building, and I took a lot of dedication, but I managed to almost empty the drawers and made literal stacks of clone troopers. We real men don't have stacks of money, but stacks of clone troopers. Time is running out, guys, but we can do this. I started building the final ones, and with that, we filled the final base plate of clone troopers. I finally built all the minifigures, and now we have to set up the entire army. But first, I need to run because I have to be at a restaurant in 30 minutes. So we went to the restaurant, and I really enjoyed the food after this crazy challenge because I barely had time to eat like regularly. So we went home, and now I can set up the entire army. I added my 501st clone troopers in the back and my entire plain phase 2 clone army in front, along with some 332nd clone troopers. And with that, we've built a Lego clone army of 1600 minifigures in less than 24 hours. The clone army is bigger than what I've managed to build in an entire year of 2022, so that's quite impressive, and together with all the clones I have in my drawers, there's a total amount of 4,700 clones in my entire clone army, which is just mind-blowing. We're going to need a lot more to beat the world record this year, but if we work together, we can do this. I challenge all of you to build your own Lego clone army and using the hashtag BrickleyCloneArmy, and I will include 5 people in one of my next clone army videos, so get to building. Oh yeah, if you thought I bought a lot of clone troopers in this video, no worries, because this is only the beginning.